Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. So, today we're going to be doing the fourth episode, and you can see that the city has grown drastically since the beginning, specifically this one, anyways. Some of my other cities have not grown nearly as much, but they've all grown slightly. This one started out, I think, at like 300 or something like that. This one over here was down in the low 200s. Some of these other ones, anyways, they've all grown for the most part. So this is our main line right here. So far, this is all of the routes that we pretty much have. Basically, like we had talked about before, everybody eventually can feed into this city here, but not everybody from this city can get to all these other places, which isn't too big of a deal. Then I went ahead and started on this section down here at the end of the last video. So this is an actual city, and then there was another city right beside it. So these two cities are now connected um, with each other, and they're going to start trading back and forth basically from Winddown Woods to Tessening Hill, I think. Yep, I think yep, just Tessening Hill. So again, these four stations are just picking up and dropping off here, and these four stations are just picking up and dropping off here. And then this station drops off solely at that city. That station here drops off solely at this city. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start to draft this all up. So we're going to make it so that way these people are going to come up here. We're going to connect a path here, probably up to Town here. Um, and then eventually we'll make it so that way you can get up to here-ish as well. We are getting to the point where we are going to be unlocking some new vehicles now because technology has improved, which is amazing, and then that'll start the whole process of us upgrading all of our vehicles, hopefully. I don't remember exactly what vehicle comes out next, but I think there's a bus that holds 44 people coming out next. Or it's one that holds like 16, but it's way faster. Either way, we'll take a look at upgrading to those. But as for now, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start building this up, and then I'll let you see what that looks like here in a minute. Okay, so we're going to take a look at these the margins here just from 1923 to 1924. And you can clearly see my profit has gone drastically up yet again. Up about $40,000. Property maintenance is up another 10 on top of that. 15 actually. Let's just go with 15. Running costs up another 5,000. New vehicles purchased and construction in total is is over 200,000 versus last year where it was only about 100,000. So we are clearly going up and up and up in how much I'm trying to spend as much of the money as I possibly can. We're still right around $300,000. I just spent the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so connecting up literally this New Lewis Nor the whole way up to um, Moohead here. So all of these cities can now reach Moohead here. That is not it doesn't reverse the full way. I'm thinking I'm going to do that then, but as of right now, I've only got one vehicle on each of these lines here. As you can see, there's nobody even waiting here. This bus has been waiting here for probably about half a year now at this point for some people. Hey, look at that. This is probably the first group of people that's coming in. It is. So that's going to be the first group of people dropped off there. But I've got like five or something places uh, I've got five, yeah, five places dumping people at this location. I've only got one bus running back and forth though right now, just because I wanted to get all the lines set up and to organize this. So we have 104 vehicles. We're going to probably increase that number drastically here because all of these lines are going to go way up. We're going to put probably 10 or 15 cars on this side and 10 or 15 on this side, probably 10 down here, four or five here. We'll probably add a couple more in between there. But we really got to take a look at what's going on here. So we got 700 passengers there. That's perfectly fine. We've got 800 there. Again, great. Um, we've got 100 something waiting there. 20 waiting there. 180 waiting there. Perfect. So as you can see, that's exactly what's going to happen. And now Tilly here, Tilly Field, anyways. Okay, that's the next drop zone. So all of those cities are going to start dumping into Tilly Field, which is kind of interesting if you think about it from like a real bus line perspective, because you wouldn't typically get dropped off at these small cities. You would probably go right up to Finstone here, but it's already such a long journey from here to here that I was worried the buses were going to have more issues. So I just figured I would, and actually speaking of that, we're going to throw down another depot. Can we do that while we're paused? No, we can't. We're going to throw down another depot just to be on the safe side. And then from Tilly Field here, you can go the whole way up to Acadone, and then Acadone, you can go the whole way up to Mahed here. So again, it's not a reverse line yet. I'll probably make that in the future, but as of right now, it's not. Why is vehicle 43 always... Okay, vehicle 43 is, yeah, part of that group. That makes sense. All right, so I'm going to start adding in some more vehicles, and we're going to... I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to just add in a bunch of vehicles and see where that puts us up for money. Okay, so... we basically did it. We dried up our money as best as I could. Was that the smartest decision to do? Probably not, because next year we're literally going to get a new vehicle. I know for sure there's going to be a new vehicle. Whether I'm going to buy that new vehicle or not, I'm not sure yet. But I went ahead and opted to spend a little bit of money here to get this bridge put in. I had a terraform here a little bit and accidentally misclicked in one spot, of course. But we connected this city up to this transportation center here. So now all of these cities here are now dropping off passengers here. From here, they can go to Tilly Field, and then from Tilly Field, they can go to Acton. So that's all grand and dandy. And you can just hear it. There's just hundreds of vehicles on the road. They're all breaking down, which is slightly annoying, but it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the finances for last year. So last year we made about $300,000. You can see my total spendings is almost 500 grand. Well, I guess it's over 500. Well, whatever. So we should be, I think, this year breaking the $300,000 mark. I don't see a reason that we wouldn't. Property and vehicle maintenances are both way up now from the previous year. So I'm going to try to not spend any money this year because I want to have about $300,000 in the bank when I go to level up and stuff like that. Let's check out infrastructure. 2,500 pieces of road I've placed down. Unbelievable. And we'll take a look at company value. Interesting. Since 1922, my company has not gone up in value, really. Not really sure why that exactly is, but either way. Probably because my vehicles are actually starting to become worthless. Like if we take a look at my first set of vehicles here. So yeah, right there. If I was to sell this thing, it's only worth 500 bucks right now. It's been around for 16 years though, which is impressive in and of itself. Like I said, hopefully in the year 1927 anyways, we'll be able to get new vehicle. I know there's a new vehicle coming out. I just don't remember which one it is. There might be 2 new vehicles coming out, but either way, that new vehicle will be loads of help. So we'll just go down through here quick, take a look at some of these. As long as we don't have any drastic negatives, everything is looking fine. Some of these are brand new routes, so they will be negative for that last year because they were built in November, so they really didn't have any time to make a profit. That city, it's just unfortunate that that was my first place that I chose, because we'd probably be so much further if we hadn't chose that place. Okay, so this place here, that might be too far of a drive. Because here it is April. There's plenty of passengers there now. So this guy's loading up. Okay, he's loading up to go to Tilly Field. So there's not enough passengers is the problem. But that should sort itself out, because there's 3 buses literally full of passengers. Yep, from Prenshaw Ridge. So that's good. And eventually it'll get to the point where there's just hundreds of people just sitting here. I could probably throw in more buses on this line here, huh? How many people are sitting here? 400 people sitting there. Jeez. Alright, so we're going to clone 3 more of those vehicles. I know I said I was going to try to not spend much money, but there is a point where you got to spend the money here to keep the profits coming. What do we got sitting here? 200 and some passengers there, 300 there. Jeez. Perfect. This is great, though. That's kind of what we want going around. So everything's looking good. Like I said, I'm going to let it sit now for a little bit, and we'll come back in a bit. Okay, so it's basically the end of the year. In a couple of days, we're about to get a new vehicle or 2. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what it is. But you can see the my income so far has equaled what I made last year. I did buy a couple more vehicles, which is kind of interesting that my profit didn't go up more than, because it's going to go up probably another 1,000 or 2,000 bucks. But either way, not a big deal. You can see that our running vehicle cost has gone way up compared to last year, and then our property maintenance went up only a little bit. So I'm interested to see exactly what this is thinking we're going to have price line wise, because I don't think that the whole value just doesn't make much sense, but we'll see. Okay, and there is a new year right there. So 43, I guess 18 and 19. Oh no, 67 lost money too. Maybe we'll take a look at him then. Oh boy. There should have been a new vehicle added in. Shit, does it just come in randomly in the year? That could be a problem. Anyways, we're up to almost 8,000 people. Oh, we're at 8,000 there. There you go. 8,000 people now. We've got 150, 140 trucks out and about running around. We got like 10 breaking down every day. It's absolutely dumb. But either way, let's check out how some of these things are doing. We got 42 passengers there. We could probably up those numbers a bit. By putting more buses on this line. Yep, that's definitely what we could do and probably will do while we wait. We've got 130 something thousand in the bank, so I'm not too worried. If a new thing comes along, we should be able to upgrade most, if not all, of our vehicles. And looking at this here, I have all 144 vehicles in the proper lines and stuff like that that they should be on. So we're going to keep on adding more and more to those as I see fit. Okay, cool. So a manufacturer has offered me an exclusive vehicle for this year. Perfect. This is the exact bus that I thought was going to come out next and I was hoping for. Here's the issue. I didn't realize this. Holy shit. It cost 10 grand. I thought they were only like 7 or 8 grand. So that's huge, but it's got 38 miles per hour and it travels at 44 capacity of passengers. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. Oh, okay, there was 2 that came out. So that one travels 10 miles per hour, but only holds 16 passengers, but is way cheaper. It's not double the speed, but it's a little bit less than half. I think we're gonna pass on that one, just because. So now I'm gonna kind of show you guys how to upgrade vehicles as needed. So we're gonna come to this one. So this is the route that we want to get started first, I think. Actually, we might want to. There's 3,000 passengers there. There's 300 there. Finally, we're getting somewhere with that one. Oh, Akadone is down. Okay. Okay, here we go. So now this is what we wanted. So Akadon is way down in passenger rating. So that's actually getting to be kind of bad. But Tronlo over here, we're going to take this one because it's broke down. That's why. Now, we're going to take this one, though, and we're going to tell it to full load cargo again. We're going to start that whole process up at Triworth. Tronlo, we're not going to do yet because Tronlo is going to be the bus route that we take and replace vehicles. Okay, so we want to replace all of our ACEB types to the Leyland Tigers. So start replacing, replace only old vehicles, replace all vehicles now. All of them should be about 17 to, all of them should be probably between like 15 to 17 years old. So we're going to go ahead and start replacing those now. So that's simple on how you do that. You just go to your groups. You could even go to all and then hit manage, replace vehicles, but we don't want to do that yet because that will put those buses sporadically out there, and we don't want to do it quite yet. We want to focus on one line for right now, and we definitely don't want it to be that bus to be the one that's in the inner cities because the speed doesn't help too much there. The capacity does, but a lot of those buses don't have hundreds of people waiting at them. So, like this bus stop here, there's no reason for us to have a bus that picks up 44 passengers instead of the 34 that it was before. So we're gonna, you can see by that right there, and that one is now replacing all of those. So as those guys go into the depot, if we have so much money in the bank account, they'll upgrade. And I don't remember exactly what it is, but if you come in, okay, so right here, here's some things to think about. So, oops. So auto renew vehicle when it gets old, so it's on. When enabled, a vehicle near its end of its life will automatically replace itself with a new one of that exact same model, anyways. Okay. Then we've got this one here. So once it's so I think most of my buses have a lifetime of 20 years. Once they hit 20 years and 6 months, they'll start replacing and we'll buy new ones of that variant. Auto renew though only if minimal amount of money that must remain in the bank before considering auto renewing of the vehicles. So if a bus goes into the depot and I've got $43,000 in the bank account, it will not consider auto renewing that vehicle because I don't have the minimum amount of money. So we want to drop that down. Oh, there we go. We're gonna say $20,000. Okay, so you can just click on it, and it'll allow you to change it that way. I'm not sure why it does that. Can you do that with other? I was gonna say I don't think you could do that with most of them. Either way, that's all set up. So now we will watch some of these buses as they funnel in to go get replaced. So right there, we just upgraded a bus, and there it is coming out right now. So this is the first bus right here that we have upgraded. It has a capacity of 44. It is heading to east here to drop off its passengers. Wait, what is going on? Huh. Did I choose the wrong line? I might have chose the wrong line. Oh no, no. I totally did choose the wrong line, didn't I? Okay, hold up a sec. Shit. And just like that, we chose the wrong line. So how do we stop replacing the vehicles? Okay, good. We only bought 3 on that line, because this is the one that I wanted to buy them on. So of course, silly freaking me. All of these buses, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade them to that. So we're gonna start replacing those. So a total of 19 buses will get replaced on that line. There's 3 buses on that line that are replaced. Not a big deal, but oh well. Um, yeah, and that should hopefully slowly start to reduce the amount of breakdowns we have per year. Okay, so looking at this here again, you can see I really didn't buy a whole lot of vehicles last year. I did buy probably 10, which put me at around 100,000-ish money that I spent out. But what we did do was we bought a bunch of newer buses. So again, see that number is still the same, but we have a bunch of new buses starting to be bought now. So that $240,000 that we spent on new vehicles is mostly that. We also already bought 2 new vehicles this year alone, and I went ahead and upgraded another line to tell it to start upgrading its buses over as well. So, oof, that bus lost me a lot of money. All of these buses did. These are going from Winminster to Tillyfield. Field because of money limit. So right there, it popped up and let me know that it couldn't upgrade that vehicle because of the money limit, which it's probably going to pop up and say quite a bit now because, ooh, okay, it's just letting me know that other vehicles are getting old, which is another thing. Most of my vehicles are now 18 years old at this point, and once they get too old, they're going to be so unreliable. Like, let's take a look at vehicle 1, my very first vehicle that we bought. It is now 17 years old at this point, and it's was last repaired 15 days ago, and its reliability is a total of 41%. It now costs me, where's the running cost? $510 a year to maintain that vehicle. Plus the cost of when like a brand new one of those is only supposed to cost me $428. So again, as the vehicles get older, they do run into those issues. Okay, so now this bus obviously is moving very much faster. It's carrying 34 passengers, so this first journey, its first little drop off here, will probably still net me a loss. But you can see him fucking zipping down on through here. He's gonna pass both these fuckers. Passed all of the buses that were in front of him on this route in just one go at it. Reliability has gone down quite a bit. So he's going to come here and fill up no problems. He's down $700 this year, though, already. We'll have to see if that changes at all. I can't imagine that he's going to go past this repair station. Oh, he is. He's got to stop here, right? Oh, man. Well, The only way I can make this better is if I tell them they have to stop. Okay, so we've got that whole line there. Winds Road to Tilly is completely upgraded. One of the buses somehow, a couple of the buses, I guess, just barely made a profit this year. I don't think that'll continue. I think that they're going to all barely be breaking even just because it is such a far drive for them. And at 66%, that is just not ideal. Um, I think we just made too far of a drive there. And we could break it up probably. Okay, so as you can see, our road vehicle income went up huge. We increased it by $200,000. We were able to spend the same amount on new construction and new vehicles this year versus last year, and we still turned a profit. So that's really good for us. So at this point, let's just see what my company value. Okay, there we go. So our company is worth probably 1.5 million. Yep, 1.5 million. I'm gonna try to get up to 200 vehicles, I think here. Unfortunately, those couple of vehicles are still losing us hella amounts of money. There's not much more I can do about that right now. I'm just gonna need to watch for a full another year. Okay, so we went ahead and told the game to upgrade a bunch more vehicles. Clicked on like 4 or 5 different lines and told them to upgrade. So we spent around $400,000 on that. Our running vehicle road cost now is about 100 grand a year, with property maintenance also almost equaling that now. And then our road vehicle income went up only a little bit from that, which is a little bit surprising. But at the same time, like I said, I upgraded the most efficient routes first, and then I'm sure some of our routes are actually losing money now. So we are getting to the point where it's worthwhile to have a couple businesses, a couple of buses, anyways, a couple of stations, even whole cities that are costing us a couple of $1,000 because it's making us 3 or 4 um, it's making us 10, 20, 30 grand in other cities because of that transfer rate, which is what I was getting at from the very beginning here. um, so yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and stop this video here for the day, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode.